Hello, everyone, and today I've got a really good book for you, and it's called Ask and Be Given, or Ask and It Is Given. And this book is by Esther and Jerry Hick, and it talks about a very interesting principle. It's called the law of attraction, and how we need an emotional guidance system to guide us through life. And what he mentions, or they mention in the book, is that like attracts like. And the vibrations that we create, or the vibrations that are coming through us, have a certain level of frequency, and this frequency has to vibrate in harmony with whatever it is that you desire for for it to actually manifest, for it to be created in reality. So every thought, every emotion is actually created in the brain, and it has a certain frequency associated with it. It's like if you listen to a radio, right? And the radio, you have to tune into the right frequency to listen to the right channel. If not, you'll just listen to annoying noise and sound that's different. That's not the sound that you're looking for. But you actually want to hear the right noise, so you have to be tuned in to the right frequency. That's how our radio works. Well, same thing for us. We can actually operate at different frequencies, and we can move from lower to higher levels of frequencies and vice versa. And your mind, or your mood for that matter, actually affects others. So, for example, if you experience anger or negative emotions like rage, like frustration, and like hopelessness, then the other person is also gonna emit these frequencies. And so you attract another person who has similar emotions or similar vibrations as you do. Versus if you have more joy and appreciation and gratitude, then the person who you're talking to will operate at similar frequencies as well. So, a big concept that was provided in the book is called an emotional fuel tank, or an emotional fuel gauge. And this concept is important. It's just like if you're filling a car, you don't want to fill it when it's already empty, but you want to start filling it when it's half full. And at the low end, we can experience emotions like despair, depression, helplessness. And if you experience these emotions, for example, if you experience depression and then you switch to anger, well, you actually are operating at a higher frequency. So just by going from depression to anger, you're now resonating, or you're operating at a higher frequency. And so that's the goal. You actually want to move higher up. So if you're feeling despair and hope and helpless, you're pretty much at the lower end. So it's very easy to increase. So we actually want to be on the higher end. And I'll give you the top six frequencies that are outlined in the book. They're joy, appreciation, love, empowerment, freedom, and bliss. And so these are the highest frequencies. So if we will behave in these frequencies, if we know that life is amazing and extraordinary, well, obviously we're much more likely to manifest, because what we're doing, we're more connected to source, and we're provided that source energy. And so God, or source, or the creator, helps us manifest our thoughts and our desires. So we're like co-creators of these thoughts and emotions and desires that we have. But to actually get that help, to get that guidance, we need that emotional guidance to experiencing these emotions of appreciation, on gratitude for whatever you have in life, joy, love, especially loving yourself. Because if we don't love yourself, that can lead to things like um, jealousy, violence, etc. So it's very important to love yourself as well, and have an appreciation of yourself, and have that self worth, as well as empowerment. So feeling in control, the exact opposite of helplessness, which is on the lower end. No, you want to feel empowered, you want to feel in control. And freedom, right? When you're able to shape your life. And so when you're able to be a visionary, and because visionaries thrive at all time, it doesn't matter what's happening around us, we're in full control, we're setting the goals, and we know the life that we want to create. So we are conscious and we are aware of what we want to create in life. So we set our goals and we can thrive in whatever circumstance because we don't care what happens in our environment when we are empowered, when we set goals, and when we're free to choose whatever we want to. So this is very important. These are the six frequencies and or six emotions that allow us to be guided by the supreme, by the creator. So we have this emotional guidance, but we don't get that guidance to manifesting whatever we want if we're on the lower frequencies. So we need to have these right frequencies, and if we have these right emotional frequencies, because emotions have frequencies, and we have to tune into these right frequencies to get that help from the co-create and to co-create a reality, to get that source help. And so if we have the right frequencies, then we're in tune with source. And that's the idea. You want to get that source energy, and this energy is like your fuel tank. You can fill it up. So if you feel despair and helpless, your fuel tank is empty. But if it's empty, don't get upset, just fill it up. We don't get upset if our car is empty, we just fill it up. Same thing here. You can always shift it. And that feeling of empowerment, right? That you're able to control your frequencies and support that manifestation via co creation is indeed very powerful.